This is the new S24 Ultra. In today's real day in life review, we're gonna test out all of the new features, including the camera, and track the battery life throughout the day. We're currently in San Jose, California. Excited to be here, and the day is going to start now. And this video is sponsored by Shopify. More on them later. Wow, okay, so noticing right away that the build is a little bit different. The display is a fully flat screen this year, which they said they did, so it's easier to write with the S Pen. And the back is now also a matte finish, which feels pretty nice in the hand. It's at 89% right now and is connected to 5G. It's also currently 12:41 p.m. At the restaurant, and we just did a photo test comparing the 15 Pro and the S24 Ultra in this environment that's really challenging with a lot of backlight and less light indoors. And the S24 Ultra's image, in my opinion, is significantly better in this example. The skin tone looks a lot clearer, and there's a nice amount of contrast between me and the background. Also, it is 1:28 p.m., and the S24 Ultra's battery life is at 79%. It's 2:52 p.m., the phone is at 71%. My ND filter shattered on the plane ride to San Jose, so we're at a camera shop right now that we found on Google to try to see if they have a replacement. And it's so bright out that it's really bringing the 2600 nits display into light. Like, you can still really see what's going on the display. It's so bright and crisp. And I really also like that it's a flat display this year. Ooh, this is like a tech haven. So this is another dynamic range test on the phone. Tons of light coming in through this window. And it feels like the phone is struggling a little bit with getting both the room properly exposed and the outdoor properly exposed. I'm gonna also do this on the iPhone so we can have a good comparison, because notoriously iPhone has better video quality than most Android phones. This feels like maybe the first year where that won't be true because there are just so many features on the S24 Ultra. But in this example, it's doing a lot better actually. Wow, that's a big difference with dynamic range. And so that makes me feel like, depending on different scenarios, you'll just get different results. Both of them obviously have a great camera, but there are a lot of new like AI related camera features that the S24 Ultra has that we're gonna keep testing throughout the day. At the pool, it's absolutely beautiful here. And this is a really good test of low light performance on the S24 Ultra. Camera is by far one of the areas that they focus on the most. I feel like if we were to break it down, it's like AI, software features, and then camera features. And low light performance matters a lot, especially when you have a very high megapixel lens, which can be great for detail in good light, but can sometimes fall apart in low light. So that's gonna be this test, and while we analyze the video quality, I'm gonna walk around the pool a little bit so we have different lighting environments, and talk about Shopify, who is my favorite platform for commerce. So as a commerce platform, Shopify allows you to sell your products either in person or online, and it connects to all the major social platforms. I feel like they just enable the dream of entrepreneurship to come true for so many people in a way that's genuinely inspiring for me. Like, they took an idea of wanting more entrepreneurs in the world and they made it a reality with incredible built-in marketing tools, Shopify Learn, which helps entrepreneurs learn new things that will elevate their business or come up with names for new things that they want to launch. They also have Tap to Pay, which makes payment really easy in person. And Shopify is actually offering a 30-day free trial for the MBT community. So if you want to start like your entrepreneurial journey, or you already have a company but you need a better platform to house what you're doing, you can go to shopify.com/nothingbutta, or scan in the QR code, and I'll also link that in the description below. Shopify, thank you so much for believing in what we're doing here. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you also, NBT community. Okay, we just got the ND, so officially can shoot back outside again, and we're going to a place called Japantown, which they said is gonna have really good coffee and then also really good like photo opportunities. The second S Pen feature is a new feature called Circle Select, which just feels like an elevated version of like Google reverse image search. So basically, when you're on the phone, hold down on the home button at the bottom, you can circle anything on the screen and have it search for that particular thing. And so it noticed immediately that it was Taylor Swift, and then it actually pulls up what the dress is, which is really cool. And this is one of the many partnerships that Samsung has with Google. So obviously Google Lens had this technology and Google had reverse image search. So there is a lot of synergy now between Samsung and Google. The next one that has synergy is in the AI photo editing. So you can expand a timeline and move people around in an image. It does put a little watermark at the bottom of the image though, and it includes in the metadata that it's been edited, which feels like a win for AI safety, but it also maybe defeats the purpose of your editing something. Now people know that you've edited it. So you won't be able to like fake a dunk without people knowing unless you Photoshop out the watermark. 3:36 p.m., 66% on the phone, and we're in Japantown. The S24 Ultra has a pretty similar camera setup to the S23 Ultra in the fact that the main camera is 200 megapixels, but they actually switched their telephoto setup. So now you have a 3x and 5x telephoto over last year having the 10x. But the 5x telephoto is a 50 megapixel lens. So in theory, when you go to 10x, it would crop in on the mid part of that image and still be very crisp. 1x, 3x, 5x, wow, it's sharp, 10x, and then the classic 100x. And just like last year, you'll have the display of what part of the image you're actually looking at. And then for anything in between, you can hit on the bottom for 30x or 100. 30x is actually really, really solid. Like this is a 30x shot right here. This is another new camera feature that I think is worth knowing about. So I'm gonna take the shot, hit the edit button here, and once I go over to here, I can hit object eraser, and the option will come up to erase shadows or erase reflections. So it will actually use AI to detect what's going on in the image. And if I hit erase reflections, it will say no erasable reflections detected. And with shadows, it will analyze the image, and wow, that's a pretty big difference actually. So if you pay attention to this area right here, this is what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like after. All right, so now Scott and I are gonna try out the shadow feature, but with a person, me. Okay, hit the edit button, erase, object eraser, erase shadows. Analyzing shadows. Okay, and that one worked. Wow, okay. So it's erasing the shadow over here. I will say, one ability is to find a cute coffee shop anywhere, and this definitely checks that box. There's a new feature on here that I want to show you that translates another language into your native language, in my case English, whilst you're on a phone. So there's an incredible YouTuber named Michael who said his wife speaks Russian, and we're gonna give him a call right now. Hello?
Hey.
You are my hero. Tell me, you and your wife, both of you, amazing. All right, sweet, so I'm gonna just hit call assist on the phone, and then I think we should be good. Live translate. And then, I'm so sorry, Michael, the phone's like freaking out. Give me 1 sec. Oh, you could hear that?
Yeah.
What is it playing Spanish though? It shouldn't be playing Spanish. It says it's Spanish and it should be Russian, obviously.
Not bizarre.
So that's weird. All right, I'll call you right back. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. All right, I'm calling Michael back. He just texted me that his wife also speaks Spanish. What in the world? She's just a jack of all trades. So we're gonna figure out how to get the other languages, but I don't wanna keep them waiting. So we'll test it with Spanish for now. Call him back. This is so exciting. Okay. Then you hit call assist. Whenever you're ready, you want to say anything you feel you can say, but no pressure.
Like, la última tecnología de Samsung es genial.
The latest Samsung technology is great.
Whoa, that was cool.
That gives confidence.
All right, you're amazing. Thank you so much. I
Let's
appreciate
just
you.
go.
You guys are both great. Have an incredible night. Thank you again. All right, I'll link them below. Wow, that was so nice of them to do that. And that was really cool. So it wasn't 100% accurate, but the idea is that if you're on the phone with someone that speaks a different language, like for example, if you had maybe like a different country that you're in, or maybe like an Uber driver with a different language, I've definitely had a barrier where I don't know what they're saying and they don't know what I'm saying, and this will translate live what's going on. That's a perfect example of like tech in the real world making it better. Whoa, that was really cool. The other main area that we've been testing throughout the day is software, and there's another really big feature that I think is worth knowing about and is kind of going under the radar. So I'm gonna sit down and show it to you. So earlier in the video, we looked at the live phone call assist where someone's talking and then it will translate live. Mind-blowing stuff. This is in texting. So if we pull this up here, and then I got a text that says this in Spanish. If I click here and hit this little button, that's like the Bard logo that you just see time and time again throughout the interface. That means that like there's an AI capability. It will say, translate chats and enhance your writing. So it does both, and I wanna show you the enhance your writing thing shortly. But I'm gonna hit OK, and then I'm gonna hit chat translation. So it says auto to English, so now it says, hey, how's your day going? And then I can respond back, pretty good. How about you? I just had a cold coffee. So that's just like the simple translation where it will write immediately what they said and then translate it in text. And then in addition to that, there's this other feature that's really interesting, regardless of if you're talking in the same language or a different language, and that is the writing enhancement. So if you click on the same AI button here, I can do writing style, and then it says enter text first. I could be like, I really love talking about technology. So after you type this out, you can click this button and then hit writing style here, and it says rewrites on the way. So the original is what I initially typed in, and then it says for the professional version, I could say, I'm passionate about discussing technological advancements and producing informative videos. Casual, I'm super passionate about tech and making videos. And then social, I'm a tech enthusiast who loves talking about the latest gadgets. That feature is wildly impressive to me, and I have not seen something like it on most of their phones built into the messaging app. And I feel like it speaks to the fact that Samsung is often first or very early with new features and always trying to put everything into their flagship devices. Like from a hardware perspective, the titanium rails, the build quality, the 200 megapixel camera, the stunning display, it's top tier hardware, but then the software is also top tier with now the 7 years of security updates and AI all throughout the interface. They actually just increased the price $100 over the S23 Ultra. So if this is now not in your price range, I actually just did a 1 year later review on that phone. You can click right here. If you want to see another day in life review with the S24 Ultra that's longer and more in depth, please let me know in the comment below. Or if you just want to keep hanging out, you can click this video. It's a really good time to be tech enthusiast. Okay, bye.